The Red River Rivalry is upon us. Say that
fast.
3 times. I know.
Red River Rivalry! Red River Rivalry!
That's it.
Red River Rivalry!
Very good.
I've been practicing forever. Come on, bring it. What else you got?
We're looking at the two.
Hate week.
You want to go back to the
I
principal's
can't
office?
stand them.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to go back to combo. Yeah. Yeah, can't stand
The
them.
two stingiest defenses in the SEC.
Turkey Day.
Oklahoma hoping to have John Mateer as we sit here right now. We don't know exactly if he'll play, how well he'll play. It seems like it's also some smoke screen maybe coming out of Norman right now. But Texas is coming off this loss in the Swamp. They are at risk of going 0-2 in conference play. Our resident Longhorn gets to get first down here.
That was butt ugly there in the Swamp, man. And it's great you have this game on the horizon because you have to quickly pivot because this ain't one to mess with, especially this Oklahoma front. And after what you just experienced, Texas O-line, if you didn't like that, you're going to love this because these boys can hunt as well as anyone. Tied second nationally with sacks are the Sooners. And I was watching this animal show. I love animal shows. So I'm watching Dragon Island. And they were chronicling the Komodo dragons.
Chronicling.
Yes. And Komodos eat everything. When they get their prey, they don't just stop at the carcass. They eat the hooves. They eat the antlers. They eat everything.
Things I never knew.
That's what this damn Sooner defense does. They gonna eat all of your offense up, man. So you better come ready and buckle it up tight. You knew that anyway going into this ball game or any big-time rivalry game. But watching this team, and they played excellent defense last year for the most part, didn't have the offense to complement that side of the ball. But, man, they're at it again. And Brent Venables, he's been doing it a long time, and he's one of the best in the business.
Well, I guess it's easy to say and hard to do. You gotta have to be able to run the ball against Oklahoma. Their last 3 opponents have run the ball 95 times for 110 yards. But you're gonna have to find a way.
And Michigan probably got the lion's share of that.
Yeah, exactly. For Arch's sake, you have got to run the ball. And this is a front 7 that is going to be sitting there. They won't be hard to find. All 7 of them will be right there in them red jerseys or that white jersey, whatever they're wearing. That front 7 is going to be a factor in this game, and it's going to be a lot of fun from just a pure football defensive standpoint.
And if Texas is going to win this game, their front 7 is going to have to actually play because last week they didn't, man. You and I, BJ, were texting each other about how their linebackers were flashing and blocking themselves and getting nosy and just, giving up the outside edges. And it just wasn't the defense that we have seen them be and thought they could be. So that may work to their favor. They may have to have a come to Jesus, and things didn't go well on that side of the football, obviously. But they've got a chance to be able to lead this team. They're going to have to. I will say Texas's offense and Arch Manning probably threw the ball as well as he had downfield last week, better than we've seen all year. He had a bad throw and a bad decision and took a sack late he shouldn't have taken. But the accuracy stepping up in the pocket and delivering the football was there. He had 8 passes for 264 yards or something like that. So he was able to connect on those deep balls. But when you look at this team, man, it's both of them. It's hard to pick and believe that they're as average in net as they both are. Now, we're going to see them at their best because it's a rivalry game, but both of them, candidly, have been a disappointment. And whether Mateer plays or not, he was turning the football over a lot. As good as that front 7's been, those 2 turnovers were the first 2 of the season. Yep. They're at the bottom of the SEC in the turnover margin, so Texas has an opportunity there if they can figure out.
What is it that you want to see better out of Oklahoma exactly?
Offensively, they can't run the football.
This is a defensive.
Complementary.
It's one-sided. They're both.
Yeah. It's not your traditional Oklahoma 100%. Offense for what we're used to seeing through the years, but where they sit right now is a pretty good spot for early October.
You like defense? This is the game to tune into because I think Texas, after the performance they had in the Swamp last week, will be a much different defense this week. And it'll be
from your lips to God's ears.
And I think it will be a less diverse offense in which to defend. Because I think Hawkins is going to be the quarterback. I don't think Mateer's had enough time to get ready. I think there's a lot of subterfuge out there trying to make people think that they have to prepare for that. But Hawkins is a brilliant runner, a speedy guy. He's got probably 3 or 4 50-yard runs or longer in his career, having been the starter for some time last year. But you can gang the box. You can be all over this thing without much concern about the downfield passing game. And if that be the case on both sides, this really has a chance to be a coming out party for Arch, because it's going to be difficult to run the ball. First of all, is Baxter going to be healthy?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
They
got Wisner back.
Wisner's back, but Wisner and the other backs had 15
You can have
yards.
Earl Campbell back there, and they couldn't run the ball right now.
So
that offensive line is blocking.
So Sark has to scheme up a throw game for Arch. And this can be the stage where all the preseason is forgiven. All the early games are forgiven. This is the way for Texas to get themselves back, give Arch a chance to get some rhythm to his throwing game. And if that takes place, which I think it will, then I think Texas not only wins, but Texas all of a sudden has an identity again, because it has been sorely missing thus far. Now, Sark went out there and said, hey, look, give me 136 teams and you go play.
That was weird.
That was whiny.
Sark doesn't have to say that. You're at Texas. You're not like the other 135
and you're in the SEC
teams.
now.
Right.
And I think he realizes that was a mistake. I think Texas wants to atone, and there's no better stage to atone than in the Cotton Bowl against their arch rival Oklahoma.
How much of a factor do you guys think that Arch's feet can be?
Oh, he's going to have to be
intentionally
huge feet.
Factoring. One thing to be back there and then run, but he's going to have to intentionally.
He was the leading rusher a week ago.
He's going to have to intentionally run him and expose him to that kind of danger.
Which is fine, and that's what Arch wants, and it's well reported, hey, he likes that first hit, gets him going. You're going to get hit a lot.
Yeah.
He was hit 6 sacks last week, 60% of his passes he was pressured on, so get ready for more of the same.
And to that end, I think we need to move the pocket if you're a Texas fan. We can't just stay there at an X and have people coming at him, because when he's off kilter, when we disrupt that particular pocket, his percentages come way down. And therein lies one of the problems they have to fix. So they either have to get him on the roll and give him a progression read rather than trying to see the whole thing, especially against a front like Oklahoma's, or you're going to have to use his legs as the extra, using running back as the extra blocker.
Rick, I heard you say that momentum or that rhythm throw. That rhythm better be 1, 2, 3, throw. Because them hoof eaters coming, baby. Them hoof eaters coming. It's been really difficult up front for this Texas offensive line to block, and Oklahoma can pin their ears back and get after you. So to your point, Arch's legs are going to have to be a factor. He's throwing the ball beautifully downfield. He's got some confidence there. And to your point, this is a beautiful stage for him to do that. And I think for the first time, maybe all season long, Texas has the advantage at the quarterback position.
I need some picks. I need some official picks here.
I got you. Well, before that,
okay.
Arbuckle. This is his first foray in this ball game.
That's right.
So what does he bring to the table, whether it's Mateer or it's Hawkins? And they didn't change the
It's
offense
one thing
that
if
much.
it's
And Hawkins
Mateer.
played in this game a season ago.
It's one thing if it's Mateer. With Hawkins, do you have the whole enchilada? That's the question. My guess is no. They'll try to keep it, and not simple because he hasn't played enough, but simple from the standpoint, let your legs be your chief weapon.
Do they sell enchiladas at the fair? And you're always talking about the corny dog.
They probably do have some fried enchiladas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very
Why
good.
you got to fry an enchilada?
Yeah.
That's what we do.
How do you fry a Reese's
Isn't that a
peanut butter?
isn't that a
fry
tamale? Isn't that a
Oreos,
tamale?
Before we go, who has Texas winning this, Nen? Because I'm a little okay. All right, for all the concerns I heard. And you have Oklahoma.
Oh, there's a ton of concerns. Yeah. But you can work them out in this one.
I don't know if you realize, but I've been wrong before.
And a food court.
You can work them out in this one, baby.
All right, 3:30.
Come on.
Neutral.
Can I get a corn dog, please?